Welcome to today's episode of Recovery Unleashed with Alan. Today I'm joined with a special guest, Mr. Jason Byrne, who's travelled down here to see us, and I'll let him introduce himself.
Yeah, nice and all. My name is Jason. From Ballymun.
Yup.
Look at my background would have been I was an addict, with cocaine and alcohol.
Yeah.
So
We're kindred spirits on that one then as well.
Yeah.
Then the two of us are in this together. Like anyone who travels down here like Jason does for me, utmost respect, pal.
cheers.
Nice
one.
And I came across Jason from the message he's putting out on his socials and on his, TikTok and everything like that. And I seen someone who's getting on and just trying to help. And straight away, without ever meeting Jason, we just connected with that.
Yeah, straight away. Yeah.
There's someone, look, who's putting themselves out there. Not an easy thing to do. Like, the fear of being judged and all that. But someone who's trying to do good in life,
Yeah.
So that's what I always have utmost respect for anyone who give me their free time to come down here. Never actually met me before.
First time, yeah.
But this is what recovery does with lads.
Yeah.
Two lads who don't know each other.
Yeah.
Meet up on a Friday night, Valentine's night. We're probably going to get a few slaps for this as well, though. But meet up on a Friday night to come down and share their experiences and try and someone who needs to hear the message or offer some bit of hope. Like, it's an amazing thing to be able to do.
100%. And that's all I want to do, Al.
Yeah.
And that's, as I said, we'll get into it into the podcast. But I just put the videos out there just to show people that is okay to come into recovery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I said, you meet special people. Like I said, I don't know you from Adam.
Yeah.
And now I'm just clicking with you and just talking about just spreading awareness. That's what it's all about. Like,
But isn't it though? Like, we could have walked by each other in the street
Yeah.
today. Because we've only heard a voice now or a voice in the phone. Me and you literally could have walked by in the street today and not knowing each other.
exactly.
And then, but for the power of people wanting to do a bit of good, and I do hate that as well, not wanting to do good, but I hate trying to sound cliche and stuff I'm trying to do. Because there's nothing's a bit cliche about what I'm sure you're trying to do. It's a genuineness. It's something that I never had before. Like, that inner feeling of, I'm so thankful for where I fucking am in life now.
Absolutely.
You want to give a bit back, like.
That's it.
Yeah.
And like I said, like, I'm doing this for me, most importantly. You know what I mean? All I wanted to do was to get sober.
Yeah.
And try to help. As I always said, if we can help at least one person with me videos on social media, then I'm doing a good job.
Yeah. There's that one person, my friend Joe, you actually met him there. Like, he said, we were talking before, and I said something to him, and he goes, fucking hell, I never thought of it like that. And the way they say the ripple effect, one person gets better and everyone else does. But I said, Joe, like, he works with people who are getting families and things like that in that kind of area. But I said, Joe, just think about me, right? Say you hadn't stuck by me, my partner and all, but I got better, right? Just me. But look at me partner, look at me kids, look at me wider. Not only have I gotten better, but the amount of people in my life who have every right to be happy, but are happy and free now. They're not worrying about me coming in and fucking up their life.
Absolutely.
Like, it's an amazing thing, isn't
100%.
it?
And I like that with my man and dad, because I'm sure you can relate to this.
Yeah.
Like, over the years, like, I would have been out for days.
Yeah.
Days and days. Not just 1 or 2, 6, 7 days.
Yeah.
And my man and dad worried sick, but I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because you're fucking out your bleeding head.
Yeah.
And it's like that now. They could sleep at night now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And same with the ex-partner as well. Paul her through some terrible shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like he says, it's not only you that you're helping everyone around you, and all family and kids and all,
Because we do, like, and it's I know we'll talk about, but like, it's the destruction we cause to people.
Oh, stop.
Isn't it though?
Yeah.
Like, it's the carnage that
Carnage.
and like you said there, we just don't think about any.
No.
You don't. Call a spade a spade. We're like, I might have moments of guilt, but no real ever action to say, here, look, I'm fucking your life up here and I'm dragging you down with me, but fuck it, I'm still getting and doing what I want to do. Like,
there's nothing stopping us from doing what we're doing, though, is there? Like,
no, there's not. At the end of the day, you can gloss it and put on it whatever way you want, but I knew on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I was going on it.
I was going to do what I was going to do. And if I can ask you, just give you, like, so people have a bit of your background. I know you've been on other shows and things like that, but like when did you know was, or for your kind of your starting, like, do you feel there was anything that got you into drugs or drinking, or was it just a natural kind of out with the lads, or how did it progress for you, or how did it work?
Right, so I would have been around drugs in Ballymun, in the flats,
Yeah.
At a young age. No, I wouldn't have touched them, but me brother would have been around, and I would have seen him doing it and all that. So, look, I would have been curious as well. Do you know what I mean? But look, there was a situation I went through an old girlfriend. She passed away,
Right.
and growing up, that was very difficult at 16 years of age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do talk about it an awful lot, but like, I won't get into it too much.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But like, it was after that, like, I was like, I was just curious to see what the cocaine was all about. You know what I mean? So I tried it at 16 and not knowing it was going to have a whole fucking effect on my whole life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The way I did. So at 16, if you feel great, you're doing it's a party drug, isn't it?
I remember it. Yeah.
Remember it?
Yeah.
And it was every weekend. So every time I drank then after that, I needed it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It comes with the drink.
Yeah. Hand in hand. The
Do you
two
know
of them
what I
are.
mean?
Yeah.
It does. So it was like, it was just a one bag then. I remember it was just a one bag at that age. It lasts the whole fucking night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how? Well, you know, yeah.
But look, as you know, towards the end of the addiction, it's not just a one bag. It's fucking many bags.
It's how long you can go for.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
But so it was just a young age. I was curious, doing it every weekend. And look, you don't have a problem then. You know what I mean? It's not a problem. It's not. But slowly but surely, it does become that problem.
It's gradual.
Yes.
It's the sneakiness of it. You don't see the progression.
Don't see it happening.
Because it's like, do you ever put on weight?
Yeah.
Like, I've put on weight before, and I've looked at a picture of myself, and I said to me missus, well, why didn't you tell me I was getting so fat?
Yeah.
But it's that, you don't notice it. When it's every day and in your face, you don't notice it. And it's the same thing with when you're going down a downhill, because everything just seems normal, because that's your current normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But like I said, it was just that. And, you know, yourself, in Ballymun, like, I know a lot of places have it, but Ballymun was fucking riddled with the drugs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The flats and all that. So it was everywhere. No, look, come here. People can say it's actually worse nowadays because different generations, you know.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit, I don't know, it's a scary out place out there. It's a scary out place, you know. And so like that, so I was growing up, just dabbled with that, and then I was lucky enough, like, I was just really the cocaine that kind of stuck with me.
That was the one that you felt. I remember that.
That stuck with me. Like, you know, I tried other drugs. Like, I never told people this, but like I'll say it, like, I tried crack twice and I fucking ecstasy many times, you know. But out of them three drugs, the cocaine is the one that stuck.
Yeah.
That was the one that just wouldn't leave me alone.
Suited you. You felt it. Yeah.
You know? And just from my teens into my 20s and just having fun as well. You know, don't get me wrong, I had some great times.
Yeah, we sound like we didn't. We make it out. But there's a reason.
Yeah.
But like, I always say this to people, and it's something that on social media, and I don't be afraid to say this to people, but it's like, any person who went out and started using drugs. I didn't go out when I started drinking at 12 or 13. Like not every, but most young fellas do in Ireland. You know, you go out and start drinking 12, 13, even a bit earlier. I never planned to get to where it was all going to go. I didn't go out and start drinking and do my first line gonna fuck my life up more than It wasn't that, but people hold that against you. Like, you knew the choice you were making. I fucking didn't.
Yeah. It's a funny one, that, isn't it? Like, you knew the choice. Yeah, I get it. You're the one that said yes, but you don't know, as you said, you don't know it's going to have carnage and havoc on your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't know these things.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be able to, like, have a bit of fun, put it down, pick it up when I wanted.
Yeah. I know some people can do that. I know they can.
And they drive me mad as well. You be honest about it. Like, I just say, lads, I don't know how you do it. Yeah. And he goes, like, do you ever get, like, would you still drink? Would you? And it's a 50-50 one for me. I'm like, if I knew I could do it and just stop and leave it for a month, I probably would. Yeah. You know, there's that bit of me that still always holds on. But yeah, fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? But when I'm real with myself and I go back to my last day, there's nothing there for me anymore.
Of course.
And I meant to ask you that when you were saying as well, you know, when you're growing up, big one I got for me was, and when I see, you know, the older lads, you know, when you're younger, I always want to be one of the boys.
Yeah, so do you.
Just always, they want to be one of the boys. And I seen the older boys doing it. It just felt like it was the next step for me to do. Like, now I had loads of insecurities and, you know, unconfidence or whatever you call it as a child. I always felt a little bit different than everyone. Even though I'd be one of the boys and I got on with everyone, internally I'd never say it, but I always felt just, and this kind of helped me be who I wanted to be. Right. But I never knew here fucking 20 years later, or however long I'm going to be sitting on the podcast talking about my life. But again, thankful that I got here. I'm sure as you feel like that about your life.
Absolutely, Alan, absolutely. Like, as you were saying there off the podcast, like, if you asked me 2 years ago that I'd be running club and my own group of Rise Above It and trying to help people, and I know I actually am helping people. A lot of people have said it to me, you know, that what we're doing has saved them. So yeah, I would have said, no, you're mad. But we all have a call now.
Yeah, even if you want to say to anyone who's willing to watch or listen to me to the podcast what you're actually organising, or what you do, I think it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, so look, it all started going out to the Portmarnock beach they're out of the shelters, and just with me and my friend Dave McDonald. Shout out to Dave because he's a good friend.
You up, Dave? Fair play.
Yeah. But I think I was 4 months sober into it, and he asked me about the sea dips. Have you ever tried the sea dips? Because what it does for you and all, all the benefits. And I said, no, these are fucking mad. So I'm not getting that.
Oh, water. Yeah.
Chance. But so look, I went there one Sunday morning with him, and I swear, since that Sunday morning, nearly 2 years later, I haven't missed a Sunday. And it just grew and grew and grew as like my friends, my family, my cousins, my nephew, and just I kept putting up on social media. I was documenting my journey. Yeah, like a lot of people are doing nowadays.
Yeah.
And slowly but surely, as my mate says, you build it and they come. And it's literally, we just found routine and purpose. So every Sunday we had a safe place to go. We have a safe place to go.
Yeah.
And as I said, it's just grown and grown. So what we do is we go out and do a 5K run on the beach. We have there's a running club, St. James Running Club. They come over from the south side. They come over and take part with us.
Right.
Then we have a woman called Mandy. She does breath walk with us. We have food. We have music. And then we get in for the sea dip. So we're out there for 2 hours on a Sunday morning, and you feel absolutely amazing after.
Even listening to you here, I'm kind of going, that's a fucking good Sunday.
Yeah.
Now, I've got into the cold water therapy myself as well, and I know that something 150% cocaine releases get, I might be wrong, 30% dopamine, but over 7 minutes, or I know I'm getting these a little bit wrong, but cold water therapy is 150% dopamine over 24 hours, or something
It's like, it's a more, it hits you more. So you'll do a sniff of cocaine. The effect lasts, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
If you get into cold water, it lasts about an hour or 2 hours. It's a longer effect. The release of dopamine, it releases slower.
Yeah.
Maybe. So that's why you're feeling good when you get out of the water. So after, in the water, it's a cunt.
Oh, yeah. Just breathe. Just fuck you here. Just breathe.
But it's when you get out of the water.
Yeah.
It's what you do when you...
I get that. You feel you're because you got through it, you challenged yourself, you didn't listen to it, for the want of a better way, the inner bitch, the easy, the sneaky fella on your shoulder, get out. See, now I sat with it, and now I'm getting the rewards of it.
Exactly, and that's when you do it with a group. I've done it many times on my own, or maybe between me, but when you do it with a group, it's easier.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You're in it together.
You're in it together. It's more of a mental thing, that everyone. And if he's doing it, she's doing it, I'm doing it.
Yeah. If they're not getting it, I'm not getting it. Yeah.
That's what we do on a Sunday morning, and that literally has kept me sober. Yeah, has kept I still have me bad days. No cravings for drink or drugs anymore. Yeah, but it's just this week was a bad week for me. Mental thoughts. Yeah, no, we can't always feel good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. People, and I have to say straight to people. People think because you get sober, and look, I understand, but I got sober, so your life's perfect. No, I'm just not fucking my life up needlessly. I still have all the unexpected bills, car breaks down, and sometimes I just wake up and my brain's just not with me. It's going against me, and I have bad days, and the thought does go, well, do you want to fuck up your life? No, thanks, don't want to do that anymore. But I have to deal with feelings and stuff as a real person now, and that's still hard for anyone, addict or non-addict.
And I always say that, see, when you're drinking and using drugs, you could suppress them feelings.
Yeah.
It's so easy. So now we have to sit in that shit.
Yeah. We have in that shit. Yeah.
You have to sit in it. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable, but sit with it, feel it, learn from it, and move on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I always remember, anything came my way I didn't like or I couldn't deal with. And I noticed them now, when you do a bit of reflecting on stuff, I noticed sometimes I went on mad ones. But it's because I had that little thing I was running from, and it sat there. And the more that, it might pop up, now go harder, another bag, stay out longer, it's that kind of sickness, because I just couldn't deal with stuff. And the one thing that I couldn't do, maybe you might be the same, I think this is an important one for people who are watching this, I could not speak to even my best mates, or, people I was hanging, I couldn't say to my people that I valued so much at the time, I'm struggling here. I could not say that to anyone. I couldn't say, I'm internally or in my inner mind, I'm fucking dying, and I'm fighting this dialogue every day of negative. I couldn't say that to anyone.
Exact same. I was the very same. And it's mad. I reached out when I done it. I reached out to a work colleague, Arden Fleming, and it was just mad. I only walked with Arden, and he became a good friend. But I didn't. I had many friends around me that I could have turned around and saying, "Look, I have a fucking problem here.
Yeah.
I need help." But it was when I actually reached out to him, because I find it's easier to talk to someone that you actually don't really know.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's a strange kind of thing. But when I reached out to him, like that was it. Then again, I hit rock bottom that time when I reached out to him. Yeah.
And if you don't mind me again, I only that you're comfortable going into, but say like I've talked about on my last rock bottom, because when I was saying to you before when we were off show, like I was saying, everything I want to say, I want to be genuine. I want people like this. I say to people when I'm on it, I say, this is my podcast, this is our podcast. And when I say ours, I mean anyone who's out there struggling, who's looking for a better way of life. But for people to go, I want people to relate. When we're talking, I'm sure they're going, yeah, get that. But your last few days, whatever the last time you used was, like, what was that like? What was going through your mind, or like what type of hell were you fucking living in to get you to that point to say, I'm done?
Yeah, it was a dark place. I was in my sister's house, so my session days always kind of end up back in my sister's house. Not that she done that. She just didn't mind me being there because she'd rather me being there.
She wanted to know you were safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I was in there. And I think it was the week before that I went on a heavy session. It was 6 days, and I just would not go to sleep. I had my brothers coming in, tell me go to fucking bed or whatever. I'm like, no, fuck you. I'm like, no, leave me alone. This is my life. I thought, like,
yeah, this is my life.
I do what I want now,
I've used that one a few times.
But look, I'm up 5 or 6 days, and I look like a fucking
zombie. Fucking,
my god! And like bag after bag, thousands down. But that was the week before, and then I done it all again the following week. So I remember sitting in my sister Donna's house on the sofa, and I actually have a video of it. I was recording myself. I don't know. I was rock bottom. I was suicidal. I was crying, and I just remember listening to that Zombie by the Cranberries.
Yeah.
In your head. And I was just crying. I was like, I just wanted to end it. I wanted to end it all. So that was literally rock bottom, ground zero, and I just knew something had to be done. Like, it was horrible, the thoughts that was going through my head. I would have been fucked out of the house by the ex-missus at the time, so that's why I was in Donna's house. So two kids at the time there, and not giving a fuck about them. Do you know what I mean? I was looking selfish, selfish cunt. But that's where it hit me, because it was rock bottom, suicidal, and that's when I reached out to Arden, my mate Arden, and within the next day he met up with me and went training, went to the gym.
Yeah,
and that's how it started. I couldn't. There was days where I couldn't get past one day without using cocaine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I wasn't even drinking. It was joy sniffing. I mean, so it was every day. I just knew it was the same shit.
And it's heavy on the brain that without drink. You're living on such a, like, at least with drink it levels out a bit. But when it's dry, it's just
sketchy as
like you're paranoid. Yeah. New levels of paranoia.
And you know that you're going to end up like that, and you still do it.
Or you still do the next one.
Yeah.
And then do you ever get, like, I remember in my phone, I used to be a devil for 4 o'clock in the morning messaging people, you up by it. Then the next day, wake up, and I'd be looking at my phone, see the people I was messaging, like, what are you doing? But then I'd jump in, I'd go a little bit deeper again, because I couldn't deal with stuff. And it's always doing the runaround.
Yeah.
Do you get that? Yeah.
I do, 100%. And did you ever, like, have the bag, right? And 4 or 5 of them, I said, I'd better go to sleep now, but I'll have one more. I'd have the big one before I go to. How's that gonna work? How are you gonna go to sleep? Like, do you know?
Yeah.
But like, there was all that kind of stuff. It's stupid things.
Do you know what? That's mad. You're after giving me. You know, when you talk to someone who's sober as well, or going through, you said something there, and it's mad how much you can think in such a short. In a couple of seconds, my brain relived. This used to be mine. So I go out with the lads, say on a Wednesday night, Thursday night. They'd all go to bed about 1, right? They'd all, they'd have their 6 cans, couple of bumps. I'd be like, what you saying about, boys? I got home with an 8. That's what I felt comfortable going home with, and I rock home with a bag of cans. And I used to playing darts, and it just gave me something to do. I used to say, I enjoy playing darts now for natural reasons. But at the time, it kept me brain. It was just, and I'd be looking at the clock, and then it'd be 6 o'clock, and I'd be like, I'm in work at 9, 7 o'clock, and then I'd do, right, I'm going to bed now, but I do one big one. So I go up, and I'd lie down in bed.
Heart going 90.
The brain starts kicking in.
Sweating.
The panic starts kicking in. Then, and then, do you know what I used to always feel bad about then? It would get to about 8 or half 8, and I'd say to my missus, I'm not going to work. And she'd be like, what? You said you go to work. Like, she was just trying to find some balance in her life. But I said, no, I'm not going in. Fuck it. And I think more so as well, because my missus is an unbelievable person to even put up with me for as long as she did, but she knew what I was going to be like after it. So she knew that once the come down kicked in, she's going to see me go dropped it. I'm, you know, self-diagnosed, depressed and all that. But I used to stay in bed for days, pal. I mean, I was hitting it so hard that when I was coming home and I was crashing, like, it'd be 2-3 days with a old boy, and I'd hear me kids. This one actually used to kill me. And it's just that little thing you said just sparked all this off. But I remember I used to say I went out on a Friday and a Saturday. I might come home Sunday night, whatever way it works. You know, it's sporadic how when I stopped and when I didn't stop. But I remember on a sunny day, I used to be sitting up in the bedroom and I'd be lying in bed. You know what the bad is when you're just rattling and you're dying and you're full of fear. And I'd hear me missus playing with the kids outside in the back garden, and the sun would be shining in the curtains, and it used to kill me. The fights I had at myself, I could hear me happy family playing down outside. I couldn't get out of the bed. And then a couple of times I would walk down, but I'd be like a zombie.
I'd be all over the shop.
I'd be like a zombie going, and do you know what? They'd have fun. I wonder my foot, and I'd end up getting cranky. I get snapped, and I'd ruin it all. That's what I do, and I ruined everything. I went in and just made everything miserable because I was miserable. But then I'll stop rambling on this. But then my missus used to say about me, and she hated this, I hated, we call it now the magic phone call. And she always said, what's the magic phone call? The magic phone call is, I'd be self-diagnosed depressed for any amount of time. Right. One of the boys ring me, just got a bit of stuff in there, you coming out, boom, happy, see you later, you good?
Yeah, it's mad.
Like that, and for 3 days I could have been in the bed fucking saying I need to go and get help. One phone call, boom, I'm back there.
Getting coke, it's fucking mental, isn't it?
It like
mental.
It uplift me to like a different person. And then whenever I decided to finally make it home, sometimes the body could go for only a day. Sometimes it could. I thought I had superpowers. I was like, how am I doing this? Do you know what I mean? But it was mad how it all worked out. But that's what I love about talking to someone else who's been through it and lived it. Like that little thing sparked off a lot for me there. That's why I haven't stopped talking for the last 10 minutes. He goes, I thought you were letting me come down here to talk as well. But it's mad, them little things. And from what you said there from your last day, and this is especially for people who, you know, and this is a question I ask a lot of people. Yeah. On your last day, you know that when you were just please, just want to stop using. Just want to stop using, that's it. Did you ever, or could you ever imagine life today?
No, not a fucking hope. Like, all I wanted to do was to
just stop.
Just to stop. Yeah. You know? And I didn't mention this, so I would have tried before to get sober, right?
Oh, yeah.
A couple of times. Because I knew I had a problem. I knew it was bad. I was getting out of control. But it was 6 times. I remember 6 times I tried to do it, and I got the 6 weeks. In them 6 times. 6 weeks all the time.
Right.
And then once that 6 week was here, boom, back on it. I don't know what it is, a mental block. I don't know what it was. But I was like, fucking hell. But finally, the last time I did get control of it. And look at me life I live now. I live a completely different life. The opposite.
You see it on your face, even as you're saying it. So I love it. I love saying that. Yeah.
I look at a different. As we were talking about, different person, new friends, all my family. Everyone's just much happier in life. Yeah, much happier. Like, I'm coming up. What date are we now today? The 14th, is it?
We should know it's Valentine's Day. Sorry, babes.
But 26th of this month, I'm 2 years sober.
Love it.
Nice, man.
Fucking love it, man. Like, what a life, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, and it's something I ask. If I always click with something that someone says, I have to go back and ask, you know, when you were in the depths of it, and I don't mean like you're saying that your mates at the time are bad people or anything, but like, would you consider them now, like, I'm not saying, because people have to be careful what you say that you think you're saying, but, you know, for the people you surround yourself with now, like, are they different kind of people? Do you know, are you still able to stay with that same clique? Because the reason I'm asking is so many people message me, I don't want to stop hanging around with my mates and they're so important. I'm like, they're not. I know they feel important now. And some of them will be true friends, but the majority of people you're hanging with are just there for the session. Once you stop session, they disappear. Was that the same for you? Or?
Absolutely. I think that's the same for everyone.
Yeah.
I think you have to surround yourself with new people. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You know, because if you're going to different places and you're looking to better yourself all the time, and the lads are just going to be the same, like, you know, you're not going to go anywhere. You know, so you're going to have to take that step. And no, I don't mean to be a gobshite to them. Like, that's just, I wanted to go a different way.
You have to start looking after yourself. Like, I've stayed there for long enough and nothing changed. And what are you like, Jason? Like, say if there's like, this is for the people who are, because you've done it differently to me. Like I say, fair play to anyway it's been done. Are you all right? Like, can you go and sit in a pub to watch a football match, or how are you around that shit? I can't. I just get jittery, and I'm just not myself. Not that I want to use or drink, but I'm just not comfortable. What are you like them situations?
So look at, obviously last year I would have been staying away at the pubs as far as I can, you know what I mean? Because they're all triggers.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So nowadays, I can go to a pub. I could have a 0-0 if I wanted it. I went to concerts. I went on holidays. And these are things that I never thought I could do without drinking drugs.
Yeah.
Now, let's face it, I've always said in my head, it's going to be a boring life being sober and not doing drugs. I'm more busy than anything else now. Do you know what I mean? Like, so,
I've no fucking time.
No time.
How did I use a fine time to do so many drugs? yeah.
It's mental, like.
Yeah.
But look, I'm in a place now I could, but like I said, there's
nothing there for you.
Yeah.
I actually, when you said that, one thing that I don't know if I always suffer from anxiety but it's something that's fucking became very apparent for me. Like some days it's just on me and I'll overthink, and I know sometimes I say to people, I sit here and I look like I'm killed. Other days, right off. But I've been, my mate Joey that you just met there as well, he's doing the 8 months off the beer. He goes to gigs every weekend.
He's telling me.
He's going to beat to this, that, and I'm just like, and he's been mad to get me to go somewhere. And I'm saying this for people, so you don't have to put yourself under pressure if you don't need to. So I'm hoping, I'm 5 years on May 19th, and I'm hoping I'm going to try and go to my first festival.
Lovely.
I want to get out, and I missed that, but this is the difference. This is what I'm trying to say to people as well, is I haven't felt comfortable doing it before 5 years, so I haven't done it.
Okay.
This is too important to me to risk this.
I get that.
But I said to him, listen, if I'm comfortable then, and at 5 years, because first 5 years in through the steps and all that is still considered early recovery because of relapse, right?
Okay.
So first 5 years considered. So I said, it'd be nice. Now I hope that I follow through, because eventually I have to get to a stage where I say, like, life is for living, but there's different.
Well, what are you planning on going? What festival are you planning on doing?
One, I don't know.
Tell you what, I have one for you then.
Right.
Right. So a friend of mine, Dane Kenny, he runs Kitchen Talk podcast, right?
Right.
He is at the organising SBC, Sober Beats Collective, Sober Rev.
Right.
And it's happening the 22nd of this month in the Sound House in the city centre.
Right.
Get to that one.
Yeah. So when sometimes things are put in front of you, you can't just, you know, as one of my things in recovery is if the door opens and it's right, walk through it. Yeah. Because I need to do it. They're probably better off doing something like that. But the reason I was saying that is you don't have to put unnecessary pressure on yourself to do stuff, because you think society thinks you should be able to do it. 5 years people think it's a long time. It's not. I stayed in addiction for fucking 15.
A longer time,
and that dragged, but I won't risk it for anything like that, if you know what I mean. That's what I'm always interested to see, because some people I do say, like when I'm on socials, that's another thing I want to ask you about before we wrap up as well, as on your socials. And as I said to you, I came across you from you sharing your message and your story of hope, to try and just help someone else. Jesus, there's some nasty people out there. Well, not nasty, some sick people, unwell minds. Yeah. Like, how do you find that, you know, because when you're really opening up about feelings and this is what's going on in my noggin today, and look, you just have someone, I'm just going to call it twats or inconsiderate people. Some of the stuff you write just...
I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, you know, we're just trying to do good things out there, and people still have to find a way to go out of the way and just give a negative comment or whatever it may be. But sometimes, like, as... it can get inside your head. It can, because you can get like 100 positive comments and saying you're doing great and inspiration and this has helped me, that has helped me, and I get that all the time, which is great to hear that. It's just that one comment you hear and you're like, oh, you little cunt.
Yeah. At least I'm not the only one. I had one fella yesterday, right, and I kill people with kindness. I won't lie on myself. I won't, you know. And he just started going off on one. I was like, listen, mate, and you might have said something. Sorry you're having a bad day, but stay happy, have a great day, and a couple of thumbs up. For the whole fucking day he went at it. He was slagging me watch, slagging me tracksuit.
Wouldn't leave it alone.
He was making up family members I never heard. And I let it entertain for a while, then eventually I just blocked. But I says, like, it shocked me a bit, because I'm still only relatively new to this, and it's hard when you're putting your heart in your sleeve and saying, look, I'm open to being judged, but in the hope it helps someone. But I couldn't get over how nasty some people can be to someone who's... There's no personal gain in this, but there's a personal gain of to feel good and knowing that you're trying to do something. But there's no, like, what would you call it, monetary gain. Like, you're not going here, I'm getting rich or making money from doing this. But to see people who can still be, but I know a lot of them are sick and we're hitting things with them that they don't like.
But this is it, and look, and let's face it as well, so I get it. I keep getting these comments on TikTok. So
TikTok seems to be the worst.
What's up, mate? A 2 for 95. I keep getting that all the time. So look, it's just, you just take it as it comes. You know, like, it's, don't feed into it too much.
Yeah.
You know, as much as it does. It creeps in a small bit, but just remember, you're doing more good than
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like it's, just keep doing that thing. You know what I mean? And that's what I keep saying. Just keep doing my thing. I'll keep making the videos. I'll keep trying to motivate people and let people know that through addiction and recovery and all that, there's another life there. Do you know what I mean? So
you do get some. What I get, and man, like sometimes I just feel humbled. That's the only word I can use. Like I just feel humbled. Like I was talking to a woman. Obviously, I won't mention her name, in Wexford the other day, and she was telling me about her son, and he's in active addiction, and I just talked to her, and she was like, "Thank you so much for just spending the time talking to me." And I was telling her, like, you need to protect yourself. You can't fix your son as much as you want. You know, just stuff that I've learned from my experience.
yeah,
And that's all I ever speak about on this. That's what I notice on social as well. Are you doing it this way? I can't talk about your way. I can only talk about what I know and what worked for me. But to talk to a person I've never met or may never meet face to face and have that connection with, and to offer, like, I was like, wow, that's fucking
it's
nice.
great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great. Look, I would have got a load of messages saying, thanks for your video. It's had to stop me from using. That's powerful.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just for me for saying a few words of what I go through or what I went through.
Yeah.
That's why I keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know, so, and like you were saying there, we all have our own ways of recovering. And like your way was, you went to the treatment.
I've done the treatment steps, all that, yeah.
Yeah, I have good friends, went to Kilmine and they walk the program, they go to the meetings, and they get on with this. I never done that.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? I was saying the same thing off air. But just for people out there, there's a lot of ways you can do it, and that's what I'm just trying to say about the Rise Above it. Is if they wanted to get involved, I mean, they can come down, and you don't have to.
You don't have to be walking with the big book in your hand saying, I'm ready to... Yeah.
Look, but if you do, and that's your program, happy days.
You're welcome.
You know? And that's another thing, actually, you were talking about TikTok. I put a video up a while back about me not doing the meetings, and the fucking stick I got from it.
Yeah.
Now, I made sure I said that I am not saying that bad about the meetings.
It doesn't matter, though. I think people are just going to go, no, yeah.
You know, and then, but look at, again, people have their own way of recovering. I keep saying that.
But, and it's mad that in the steps and all that, you have to keep an open mind. People don't, you know, like as soon as you said to me, and you remember we were chatting, I think I was down the gym, and you're like, is it okay? I said, man, of course it's okay you say that. If that's how you got sober, like that could be how someone starts their journey and then maybe decides to go on the steps, or maybe just goes and gets it your way. And it just, when Jason said something there as well, and it's about, like, I know it takes balls to get up and turn up to these things. I know, like, if you're not like me, I'll talk myself out of it a million times before I ever go. But if you're feeling, right, I always put myself back in the horrible situation that I was in and how lonely I felt. I always say this one, you won't fix anything up in your head. No, you'll sit up there looking for the magic answer or the magic thing that's going to fix your life. It's not going to happen. But one of the most powerful things you can do, and stuff that's set up by Jason, or people like Jason are willing to give their free time, is connection.
Yeah.
Connection is it's the motherfucker most powerful thing going, because you start realising you're not alone. And you start making friends, and people are doing the same thing as you. And you just, connection, that fucking word, not off your head connection where you're bros for life and we're going doing this. Real connection with someone who's, you know, it's, I thrive off that with people.
100%. It's a game changer. That's what we always say down the beach as well. So it's, you see, there's about, on a good day, there's 40, 50 of us now, do you know what I mean? And we always say that about the connection. How much, do you know what, that's, even though I never done the meetings, right? I never done that. That down there will be my meeting.
Yeah.
Connecting with the right people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's, it keeps me humble, it keeps you grounded. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, it's very important to be connected with the right people.
And do you get, like, just for us, I'm always thinking about, and I always have this thing in my head of one thought I want to keep is the person who's really struggling at the moment. You know, that person sitting up in the room and they're on their own, they're coming down, or, you know, they're just at that bottom of the bar and they're like, do you notice people going there for the first time? Do you know, that are nervous walking up?
You see it all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
And like, I'll just make them really comfortable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So most of them will reach out on social media and I'll just say, look, rock down, come down.
Yeah.
And they'll come down and they'll be, how are you, and all that. You can see it in them.
Yeah, it's hot. Yeah.
And look, come here, can you imagine, if you just said to me, when I was only coming into recovery,
go down and meet these.
Go down, meet all these, I probably would have said no.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so fair play to them. I admire that stuff, they coming down and they coming out of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know, but look at it's when they do, I always say that as well, come out of the comfort zone, because you don't know exactly what's out there for you.
Yeah, and he's categorically 1,000,000% right on this. If you stay comfortable, if nothing changes, nothing changes. It's the saying that goes around. But you have to be willing. Just 5% out. There's no grand gesture in recovery. You can't just do this one thing, bang, and you're sorted. It takes little bits. Yeah. But if you can find the little bit of courage, or it doesn't have to be anywhere, but someone who's offering that time to get out and get a bit of connection and just talk, just to go from there to let stuff out, man. It's an amazing thing.
Game changer.
Yeah, but you have to, no matter how much me or Jason or any hundreds and fucking loads, all the people are out there sending a good message. No matter how much we talk and tell you all the stuff that we've done and you can do, if you don't get out there and just start backing yourself a little bit to try it, no one can fix it for you. As much as family, everyone, you can't. No one can fix it.
100%. And as you said there, like, you have to do this. You have to do it, you know. You have all the right support around you and all that, but it's just about taking that leap.
And is the last one I'll say, won't you? And this is a promise I'll make, and I'll see if Jason makes me with this. If you start to go on this journey and start doing the things, whatever I'm suggesting or he's suggesting, they're always suggested things, but won't you make some of the best friends you've ever, or meet some of the best people you've ever met in your life?
Literally friends for life.
Yeah.
Aren't they, like?
And people you trust in you know that
exactly.
There's no nastiness. This is just a friend.
Yeah.
But you have to go and meet them, don't you?
You have to.
You have to go out and deal with them. So,
100%.
listen, we're going to wrap up. Firstly, an absolute massive thank you to Jason on his Friday evening after working all week, driving all the way down here to come share his story openly about his recovery and, more importantly, his message of hope. The 3 groups he's going on, Ballymun Running Club. I don't want to get this wrong. I said it wrong. It's
Rise Above It.
Right, I was going to say Rise. I've seen it before. Rise Above It.
And Rise to the Peaks.
Yeah.
And 3 pages I have on Instagram on yeah. And we actually have a hike tomorrow up in Glendalough. There's a big load of us heading out, so
yeah,
once a month we hike, you know.
It's fun stuff to be doing. It's getting out of the comfort zone and that. But look, if you don't follow, go follow. The reason he's here is because I seen his message and it clicked home at me, and I go, there's a chap who's doing good. So again, buddy, I appreciate it.
Nice, buddy. Thank you.
Congrats on the 2 years. If I'm doing a show and I'm here, I'll shout you out for it 100%. And listen, as I say to everyone in here, you have to back yourself. You have to be willing to get out of your comfort zone. And finally, never be afraid to unleash your own recovery. Catch you in the next episode.